Hello student, today we are going to discuss life processes class 10th. Life processes. There are various life processes done in different organisms. These life processes include nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, and various others. But in your class or up to your standard, these processes we discuss comparatively. That is, we discuss the life processes in animals as well as in plants. So, in the life processes, this chapter include nutrition, then respiration, then transportation, then excretion. Right. Here we go through the comparative study. Comparative study. That means we discuss these processes in animals as well as in plants, right? So today we are going to discuss first topic, that is nutrition. Okay. Nutrition basically it's a process. If you do any work, then you need the energy, and that energy comes from your food stuff, right? And that food stuff comes from the plant. So the basic thing is the food comes from the plant or food manufactured by the plants, and that food enter in your body, that will digest, absorb, assimilate, and then available to the cell for the further processing, that is oxidation process, and they will liberate the energy, right? It's a very simple process, very simple process, and basically there is no difficulty, right? If you study the step by step, then there is no difficulty in the topic, right? So under the nutrition, first we will discuss the nutrients. What are the elements, what are substance which provide that energy? So the nutrient basically classify into two categories. One which provide the energy, that is the energy nutrient, And another are the essential nutrient, right? The energy nutrient include carbohydrate, number one. Second is fat, and third is protein, right? So energy nutrient, that means these nutrients on oxidation provide the energy to the body cells, right? अब कार्बोहाइड्रेट जो है वो आप से फॉर एग्जांपल राइस, वीट, इनमें आपको कार्बोहाइड्रेट मिल रहा है. फैट जो है लाइक ऑयल्स हैं, सीड्स हैं, दे आर रिच इन द फैट कंटेंट. And protein, these are the pulses, right? If you discuss the oxidation sequence in your body, first the carbohydrate get oxidized, then fat, and lastly the proteins, right? This is the sequence of the oxidation. As far as the essential nutrients are concerned, essential nutrients like vitamins, like minerals, and water, universal solvent. Okay. They never provide the energy to the body cells, but they are very, very essential. Okay. Say for example, if we take the example of vitamins. Vitamins basically they provide the protection from the various types of diseases or pathogens. That means these vitamins increases the immunity in your body and they protect the body from the diseases. Minerals sometimes they act as a cofactors. Cofactor matlab, if you take the example of any enzymes, then enzymes require a mineral which increase the processing capacity of the enzymes, right? And water act as a solvent. Okay, water is necessary for the transportation of the various kinds of nutrient content. They are helpful in the absorption of the nutrient content. Okay, so these are the two different categories of the nutrients. One is the energy nutrient, another is the essential nutrients. ठीक है. एनर्जी न्यूट्रिएंट्स में हमने डिस्कस किया कार्बोहाइड्रेट, फैट एंड प्रोटीन्स. इन दिस सीक्वेंस दे विल ऑक्सीडाइज. एसेंशियल न्यूट्रिएंट्स में आपके विटामिन्स हैं, मिनरल्स हैं एंड वाटर. ओके, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द न्यूट्रिएंट. नाउ द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन. Mode of nutrition. In the mode of nutrition, there are three main categories. We can divide the organism into three main categories. One is autotrophic. Second is heterotrophic. And the third one is Mixotrophic. Autotrophic, heterotrophic, mixotrophic. मतलब समझिए क्या है. Auto means self. Trophic refers to the food level, right? So auto means self. That means these organisms can produce, can make their food, right? Autotrophic. Heterotrophic. Such organism depends on autotrophic for their food. While in mixotrophic, अगर लाइट अवेलेबल है तो ये ऑटोट्रॉफिक होंगे, और अगर डार्क है तो ये हेटेरोट्रॉफिक होंगे, राइट? यहाँ एग्जाम्पल आप लोगे, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जाम्पल, यूग्लिना. अगर ये करेक्टर डिस्कस करें कि ऑटोट्रॉफिक और हेटेरोट्रॉफिक, इस बेसिस पर हम यूग्लिना को कनेक्टिंग लिंक डिस्कस करते हैं. कनेक्टिंग लिंक बिटवीन एनिमल एंड प्लांट. ठीक है? तो ऑटोट्रॉफिक वो ऑर्गेनिज्म जो अपना फूड मटेरियल खुद से बनाए, राइट? दे यूज द सनलाइट और दे यूज सम केमिकल्स. हेटेरोट्रॉफिक, they are depend upon the autotrophic for their food. जबकि mixotrophic जो है, अगर light available है then they are autotrophic. If the dark is, then they are heterotrophic. Okay? Now here autotrophic depending upon the source. If they use the light, then they are called photoautotrophic. Right? The plant. Right? So here the green plant use the sunlight as the radiant energy, and they trap the radiant energy, convert it into the chemical energy and stored in the different tissues or organs. Okay, so they use the sunlight plus they have the chlorophyll, green pigment present in chloroplast. So these two important components along with carbon dioxide plus water, they will produce glucose. That is the food material. ओके, देखिए प्लांट जो हैं वो ग्लूकोज ही फॉर्म करेंगे, बट जो ट्रांसलोकेटिंग फॉर्म है, इसको ध्यान रखना, इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, राइट? फॉर्म, दे विल फॉर्म द ग्लूकोज, बट दैट ग्लूकोज ट्रांसपोर्ट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सुक्रोज, right? This is translocating form, and they will store as स्टार्च। तो प्लांट ने ग्लूकोज फॉर्म किया, ग्लूकोज को डिफरेंट बॉडी पार्ट्स में जब वो ट्रांसलोकेट कर रहा है तो वो फॉर्म होगी सुक्रोज, और सुक्रोज को जब वो डिफरेंट बॉडी पार्ट्स में अपने स्टोर करेगा तो दैट स्टोर फॉर्म इज स्टार्च। ओके, सो photoautotrophic, they use the sun light as a source of energy, और chlorophyll, CO2 और water, इन तीन की प्रेजेंस में वो ग्लूकोज फॉर्म करेगा। ओके, नाउ द सेकेंड इज कीमोऑटोट्रॉफ। कीमोऑटोट्रॉफ और कीमोऑटोट्रॉफिक भी बोल सकते हो आप, राइट। कीमो, now the source of energy is any chemical, okay, source of energy is any chemical, any element. Say for example iron bacteria, use iron, Fe. Hydrogen bacteria, use hydrogen. Nitrogen bacteria, so like symbiotic bacteria हैं, right, rhizobium, ठीक है। तो variety of bacteria use different elements as a source of energy to synthesize their food material. And another very important thing is the photosynthetic activity performed by the bacteria. The photosynthetic activity performed by the bacteria is anoxygenic. Anoxygenic means जब बैक्टीरिया फोटोसिंथेटिक एक्टिविटी करेगा तो उस फोटोसिंथेसिस एक्टिविटी में नो ऑक्सीजन रिलीज, कोई ऑक्सीजन रिलीज नहीं होगी। एज green plant perform the photosynthetic, the oxygen is liberated, while the photosynthetic activity performed by the bacteria, the oxygen will never released. So the photosynthetic activity performed by the bacteria is called anoxygenic photosynthesis. Okay, clear here? Now heterotrophic, those depends on the others. हेटरोट्रॉफिक में मैं थोड़ा सा इसको, हम हेटरोट्रॉफिक में हेटरोट्रॉफिक न्यूट्रिशन, in heterotrophic nutrition we can bifurcate into Holozoic nutrition, Saprozoic nutrition, Parasitic nutrition, and Symbiotic nutrition. Okay, Holozoic nutrition, Saprozoic nutrition, Parasitic nutrition, and Symbiotic nutrition. What does it mean? अगर हम होलोजोइक की बात करें तो होलोजोइक में ऑर्गेनिज्म नेवर मॉडिफाई द फूड मटेरियल। दैट मीन्स organism obtain the food material as such, जैसा है वैसा उसने खा लिया, उसका कोई मॉडिफिकेशन उसने नहीं कर रहा है। लेकिन अगर मैं बात करूं सेप्रोजोइक की, सेप्रोजोइक के केस में जो ऑर्गेनिज्म हैं वो उसको डाइजेस्ट आउटसाइड करेंगे by the releasing of the digestive juices over the food material, and the digested food material then they suck like housefly, saprozoic. Parasitic nutrition is different, right? Parasitic nutrition, it's a relation between host and parasite. Host and parasite. Parasite thrive their life cycle over the host. मतलब पैरासाइट जो है वो अपनी लाइफ साइकिल होस्ट के ऊपर कंप्लीट कर रहा है, बट इतना हार्म कभी होस्ट को नहीं करेगा जिससे कि उसकी डेथ हो जाए, राइट? That means parasite obtain the food material, obtain the benefit from the host, but never harm beyond the limit. Okay? So let us discuss first Holozoic, then Sapro, then Parasitic, then Symbiotic. As far as the Holozoic nutrition is concerned, number one is herbivores. That means they are depend upon depends on green plants, right? Like cow, buffalo, they depend upon the plants. Second is carnivores. Depend upon the flesh. That means they are the flesh eater. Third one is omnivores. Right? They can feed herbivores as well as carnivores. दोनों को खा सकता है, ठीक है? Then fourth one is scavengers. Feed over dead bodies, right? जैसे kites हैं, ठीक है? Scavengers. Then fifth is coprophagy. Coprophagy means those organisms which feed over their own excreta, right? ये अपना ही excreta उस पर फीड करते हैं. द रीजन इज फर्स्ट टाइम जो एक्सक्रीटा ये प्रोड्यूस करेंगे वो पार्शली डाइजेस्टेड होता है, राइट? दैट इज वाई दे फीड ओवर देयर ओन एक्सक्रीटा. कॉप्रोफेगी हैबिट यू विल सी इन द रैबिट. ओके, नाउ sanguinivores feed over the blood, like leeches, like bat, they feed over the blood. Then cannibalism, Cannibalism refers to the one organism kill and consume the member of the same species, right? Say for example snakes. Snake के केस में क्या है, वो अपने ही members को खा जाते हैं, तो this is called cannibalism. Okay, so herbivores depend upon the green plants like cow, buffalo, goat. Carnivores, they are the flesh eaters like lion, okay, tiger. Omnivores, human being, they feed over the herbivores as well as the carnivores. They can consume herbivore as well as carnivores both. Scavengers, they feed over the dead bodies like vultures, like kites. Coprophagy habit you will see in rabbit, they feed over their own excreta. Sanguinivores feed over the blood like bat, like leeches, etc. Cannibalism, one member feed over the another member of the same species like in case of snakes. So this is all about the Holozoic. Now the next is Parasitic Nutrition. As far as parasitic nutrition is concerned, parasitic nutrition, the parasite may be survive on the surface of the host, that is ectoparasite, or it is present inside the host, that is endoparasite. So depending upon whether the parasite present over the surface of the host or it is present inside the body of the host, present over the surface of host body and present inside the host body. ठीक है, तो पैरासाइट या तो बॉडी सरफेस पे होगा होस्ट के या बॉडी के अंदर होगा. Say for example here, if the parasite is present over the surface of the host, like for example ringworm, it's a fungal infection. That is trichoderma species, right? You can take another example is head louse, right? जो जू पड़ जाती हैं, right? हेड लाउस. तो दोनों के केस में अगर हम देखें, फंगल इन्फेक्शन दैट इज ट्राइकोडर्मा और हेड लाउस, both the agent present over the surface of the body. As far as endoparasites are concerned, say for example tapeworm, right? liver fluke, so tapeworm and liver fluke, ascaris. These are the few examples of the intestinal worms. They are present inside your body, they are present inside your intestine, and they absorb the nutrient content from the intestine, right? But not beyond the limit. So the host and parasite relation established, right? Now the last is symbiosis, your symbiotic nutrition. As far as symbiotic nutrition is concerned, symbiotic nutrition, or you call it mutualism. Symbiosis, when the two species involve. When two species involve in this relation, both get benefited, right? That means positive. दोनों species को जब benefit हो रहा है, that interaction is called positive type of interaction. We can take the example of E. coli, Escherichia coli, E. coli. This E. coli present in your large intestine, right? Now, what is the benefit of this bacteria? The benefit is benefit to the human. Bacteria provide vitamin B3 and vitamin B12, right? Benefit to the bacteria. First is food, second is space. So bacteria as well as the human being both get benefited with the E. coli. But remember one thing, once this E. coli ascend into your small intestine, instead of the large intestine, if it ascend into the small intestine, now the E. coli turn into a parasitic nutrition, right? जब तक ये लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन में है तब तक ये सिम्बायोटिक रिलेशनशिप आपके साथ में दे रहा है, लेकिन अगर ये स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में एंटर कर गया तो ये पैरासिटिक न्यूट्रिशन में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, बिकॉज इट विल कॉज सीरियस हार्म टू योर स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द heterotrophic nutrition, right? I hope you get each and everything regarding the nutrition and the mode of nutrition. Okay, next topic, photosynthetic activity, I will cover in the next video. If you have any problem regarding these topics, then you can mention in my comment box. Okay, thank you very much.